My memories of Gail include sparkly tinsel at household Christmases.
Says what she wants, has a great time. Some advice she always gave me was, no matter what life throws at you, it's your life. You're the one that makes the decision what's going to be happy for you. Doesn't matter what anyone else says.
For 45 years, we have been friends. Gail loved her boys and her grandchildren more than life itself. We spent many, many hours cooking and laughing together as we reminisced, solved the problems, and in fact, probably created more of our own. You will be sorely missed. Rest in peace, my friend. I love you.
I've known Gail for 45 years, and in that time, she would often come to visit our household. I miss you, Gail. Take care.
For a little woman, your beautiful spirit and your presence was huge, along with the love for your family.
I have great memories of Gail spending time at the house there in Devon, her driving us to things like swimming lessons. She was always there to help out. Great lady who will be missed.
And she made me feel so special with how genuinely happy she would be to see me. Cheers to Gail.
When we were at C's for dinner, and she was grabbing her plate, and she said, "Oh, this looks great, but where the heck are the pierogies?"
When we were at Turchansky's for supper, and Hannah came down and she was wearing yellow, and Grandma Gail said, "Hannah, don't ever wear yellow again, it is not your color."
Every time I'd see Grandma Gail, she'd always ask if I had a boyfriend yet. She would never ask how I was or say hello first. That's the first thing she would ask me.
She was one of my biggest karaoke supporters, especially when I sang the song Sleeping Single in a Double Bed by Barbara Mandrell.
I loved having chats with you and talking with you. The only thing I did miss was having a dart with you. So, this one's for you.
Gail gave us a family away from our family.
And we'll always appreciate Gail for her cheerfulness and bright behavior during all of the Christmas parties you invited us to.
The starting of my life, everything was with Gail and you guys. I owe her a lot of you guys.
You would share many stories about the upbringing of your three boys and their life-changing challenges that they met along the way. We raise our glass to you and thank you for the great relationship that we shared.
She was a wonderful, caring, and loving person.
Gail was matriarch of a loving family and fun to be with.
I'm guessing you're smoking up a dart with Shirley right now. I'm already missing you so much. You're the funniest person I ever met. You never failed to make me laugh.
When you came to visit BC and forgot your swimsuit at home, but you really wanted to go into the hot tub. So we went to Walmart and we're looking around for something for you to wear. And we found these Batman and Wonder Woman one pieces. They happened to be about 1 million sizes too small for you. It was so much fun and I'm going to remember that.
I remember when you took Annika and I back to your house and we watched Grease at the ripe age of 6, where you fed us dinner, which consisted of coffee crisps and Diet Pepsi.
She would always tell me that if you're not first, you're last, and that is a motto I will always live by now.
Obviously, I wanted to have Gretzky because, well, Gail was one of the great ones. My Rocky Balboa shot glass because, well, love you lots. Cheers.
We rode tuk-tuks in Thailand together, and we saw you and Ron crash your mopeds in Greece. We sailed the Aegean Sea in Greece, but we came home.
And Gail, we do love you, and we'll see you on the other side.
Ray and I two-stepped with your mom and dad at your first house in Devon, and we had so much fun when we catered and cooked for Calico Kitchens.
Our moms would cook up a storm, and we would be assigned cleanup duty, being first on cleanup duty, and I think it was Christopher that had the idea. We would wrap everything. It would be like a spoon with just something on it as a leftover, so we wouldn't have to do the dishes.
Great memories, and I feel so blessed to have had her in my life. And she shared a lot of frank info with me. And if you want any of that info, I've got that stored in my tickle trunk, okay?
I definitely remember a lot of times on Peace River Drive, the Caesar salad, burgers, lasagna. She always kept us full, and if she was yelling
you guys' first and middle name. We knew somebody was in trouble, and she kept us in line, and wasn't an easy thing to do when you have that large a group of meatheads running around.
Her huge smile, she gave great hugs, and she also liked to have a good time and party. We're going to miss you deeply.
She reminded me so much about the quintessential Alberta rural mom. The fact that she, just gave you straight talk, tell you like it is, like it or not.
When she took Jillian and I to the Pigeon Lake liquor store when we were like 15 or 16, and she was like, if I buy you this, you have to call me the cool grandma. And of course we did, and she forever remains the cool grandma.
Such a kind, such a happy, such a wonderful, wonderful lady. And
just how much fun she was and how much she enjoyed a good time. Nothing seemed to make her happier than when she was surrounded by her boys and their friends.
Just my general absurdity, I would make her laugh, and she'd have her head in her hands, shaking her little red head.
I can't believe you taught Chris to laugh like that. I mean, that was a feat right there. I am just speaking on behalf of David. He doesn't have a voice. He just wanted to share a story of one time when Gail came over for a squat and gobble, and she dished up her plate, and she was looking around. David said, "What are you looking for?" And she said, "There's no pierogies."
Heck, she took me to Disneyland, so how much more fun can you get?
Always enjoyed her very mischievous sense of humor.
Miss visiting you, Auntie Gail, in the city with Mom and Dad when I could get away with anything with you around.
Your mom always considered herself the leader of her pack. It was always easier just to let her think that she was.
Gail, your legacy is your kids, those extraordinary boys, and the beautiful grandchildren, and the opportunity that you gave us to be part of your family.
How she never used to remember my name and always used to call me Sam.
There'll be no more skiing with you falling and looking for young men to help you. There'll be no more snipe hunting. All that I can say is have good Coke, and we will see you.
All the times I was at your house, after school, university, having Christmas dinners, having weekend bevies out on her patio.
I've known you for almost 50 years, almost like a second mom. Your love for our family and just the people in general. You're just one amazing lady.
Grandma Gail, I'm really going to miss you and all our frank chats out at Pigeon Lake, accompanied by a little whiskey. Haven't gained someone really special.
She could always make everybody laugh with her out-of-pocket jokes, and she was just such a fun person to be around.
At the lake, you would always sleep in longer than any of the other kids. Like Mr. T would say, sleeping the day away.
Every time I was in your company, you always gave great big hugs. Your kindness outshone everything else. You were always interested in everybody's lives, and you were always up for a great time.
She always was at the party having a great time. Cheers to Grandma Gail.
She was always willing to listen, and she was warm, kind-hearted. She'll never be forgotten.
She was a great lady who was genuine, and you always felt cared for around Gail.
One of the things that she particularly taught me was how to balance all the fun in the world with responsibility. And I'm just figuring that out now.
She always asked, how am I doing? How are my children doing? How is my husband doing? And I always appreciated seeing her, and we're sure going to miss her.
When Chris was playing goal for the Pee Wee team in Devon, and if the game got real tight, Gail would just leave and go sit in her car. After the game, Chris would always say to his mom, "Thanks, Mom, for watching my game from the parking lot."
When we were sitting down to do this, we all smiled and felt really warm thinking about Gail, because that's how Gail made us feel all the time.
Your mom has meant a great deal to me and my Lashmar family. I am so grateful for the love and friendship we shared throughout our lives.
We remember Gail over the years at many family events, her smile, friendliness, and laughter, enjoying everyone and the moments.
Raising 3 boys is no easy job, especially when one is Chris. Your results were bang on.
Your memory will live on through your boys and their families for years to come. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Gail. Cheers to you.
Nice little shot of rye. This stuff is terrible. I don't know how you drank it, but we'll be drinking it today.
Grandma Gail, this one's for you. If you're not first, you're last. Here you go.
Cheers.
Here you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. No, cheers. Love you, Grandma.
Love you.
Love you.
And you can start whenever. Okay, it's going. All right, cheers to you. Cheers to you.